I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Welcome, fellow shenaniganders. This is an updated game room tour. It has been about 10 months since I posted the last one, and I watched it briefly, kind of skimmed through it, and there's definitely been a number of changes. So we can talk about what is gone and what has taken its place, and just do a little update. Jamie and her friend are upstairs. I hear them giggling away at whatever they're watching. But alright, so let's take it from the top here. We got Transformers LE Combo, and a number of these games you can see videos on of me kind of shopping them up or tearing them apart or giving them a mini shop job or a full blown tear down. I got a few videos on this one. Me trying to battle Cybertron and failing. But yeah, so we got it's pretty cool combo. We got the Decepticons on one side, Autobots on the other. Speaker panels are lit up. That's how it came, and very nice little touch. I like those. But yeah, it's been fun trying to get to the wizard mode on that. It's a very grindy game, they say, and I can understand why. It probably would take an hour and a half to maybe beat it, is my guess, roughly, or an hour, maybe an hour. Carl D'Angelo could probably do it in like 14 minutes, knowing him. Anyway, so still have Sea Witch, and this one's actually been up for sale for a bit. Surprisingly, is not sold, because it's a very nice example, and I souped it up pretty nice with lots of goods, new plastics and drop targets and rubbers and paint and apron cards and all kinds of good stuff. Coin door decals, powder coating. This is a great game, and can't believe it's still here, to be honest. Pinball Magic. Oh wait, I forgot to mention this. On the last video, it used to be Black Hole, and this used to be the weird Italian game, Nordomatic Explorer, which is like a rip-off Wedgehead, Gottlieb style. Yeah, so Pinball Magic took me a long time to get this one from start to finish up and running, because Capcom is its own animal, and I believe they made 1,200 of these, so they don't come by too often. I don't know if it gets all the love it deserves, but maybe because it's just, there's not so many of them that people don't get to experience how friggin' awesome this game is. They really packed a lot of cool stuff into this game. Your eyes that kind of look at you wherever you go. Your trunk that locks balls. You got the wand here that is actually a magnet. The ball travels down underneath. You got your stage where it gives you the illusion that your ball's levitating into the air and coming out the top. And the whole wand moves over to the other side, and then you got to hit the flipper button when the ball's traveling down it, try and drop it into the holes here, which are mouths, and you have to try and silence the critics. That's how that goes. Anyway, oh, and the skill shot, one of the coolest skill shots in pinball. Loop-to-loop wire form with a hat there, and you can, like when you plunge it, sometimes it rolls around down the hat. It's just a very satisfying shot. But yeah, got some nice fun purple candy powder coating to go on this guy. New custom apron cards, new custom apron decal, and that one, someone sent me that. Oh yeah, that's reproduction as well. Oh, very cool. I actually had some more of these made because you just can't find them. I should have done the same for those guys. Okay, so moving on. South Park. I did a whole series on this one. Took me somewhere near 15 or 18 episodes worth, so check that out if you want. What used to be here? Oh, this used to be TX Sector, and that TX Sector apparently is in Japan now, so that's the word on the street. This guy got basically full treatment. I tore apart and rebuilt everything possible pretty much on this game. I didn't needed it, but it really turned out nice. My first Pin 2 DMD, Dino Zorbaz, shout out. That's where you get those from, locally anyway, in Ontario. I've been trying to get to this wizard mode, and it's not easy. I'm getting some texts in the meanwhile here. Someone just said they checked their fuse, and it seems fine. He's trying to work on his high speed. Okay, so Lord of the Rings, aka Lord of the Dust. You should check out the series on this. This was quite interesting. I don't know how it got so dusty. Well, I kind of do, but it was a disaster and came out awesome. And I used the warm white LEDs on this, and it just has a nice golden glow to it. Oh, and the other day, I was as close to Valinor as I've ever been, and completely, I like hit the record button, and then my ball time lasted about 2 seconds after I hit record. So yeah, jinxed myself. But what used to be here? My Monopoly. Kevin Graisley has that now. Shout out. Oh, and I think Dracula used to be in the back room folded up in the last update, but finally busted it out. Busted out Ron Jeremy and the rest of the machine, and it turned out awesome. I just love how nice this machine turned out. Plays great, looks great. Classic Williams, of course. And then, you know, my Miscellaneous. Oh yeah, this is new. The Addams Family. That is actually the Badams Family from Kevin's old Addams Family that got leaked on and molded up. And yeah, that was the old cabinet, which he had to get a new one. It was Ray's old Doctor Who cabinet. And then some other cool artwork Kevin did. You can't really see right now. Big game is kind of in the way. This cool creature thing is another buddy, Kyle. He made that for me out of a, it's like a slot machine marquee. Oh, Mike Wong. Looks like I have this. You mentioned that you might have one that you would sell to me, but looks like I do have one. So I thought I might have. I just kind of forget. It's hard to keep track of all the different miscellaneous plastics. I love collecting the promo plastics. Oh, there's mostly just local London, Ontario Pinball League stuff. You know, London is not that big, so I was able to win a couple trophies. But the more we ran the league, the more great the players became, and the friggin' harder it became to do well in the league. We bred some killer pinball players. So not anything has changed in this section here. Still got Fishtails, Funhouse, and Walking Dead. They're kind of like planted to the floor for now. Color DMD, LEDs. This again turned out kind of like Dracula. Just came out beautifully. Same era. You know, what is this, 92 or 3? Yeah, 92. Custom apron cards, of course. Henry, shout out. He, I used to try and print them off and cut them up myself, but I failed often. And so now I just call upon Henry, and he hooks a brother up. There's my cool keychain. I love this thing. Promo plastic, of course. Okay, and then Funhouse. Again, you would have seen these in the last video if you watched it. Yeah, so this section here, again, nothing's changed, but Funhouse cleaned up nice. I didn't do a video on this because it was before I was really getting into the YouTubes, but Rudy got a complete facelift. I took him apart, put him back together again, and this thing plays great. I don't think I'm going to go with the 2.0 kit. I've watched some video footage on it, and it adds a lot, which is awesome, but it also takes away the nostalgia factor and Rudy's voice, and he's a different Rudy, and there's a lot of pros and a couple cons. So, you know, maybe if I have two fun houses one day, I can put them side by side. I was tilting T's suggestion, and have one original and one the 2.0 Funhouse upgrade kit. And to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the new art on the translate either for the upgrade kit, but it's still awesome. Love that they did it. And yeah, sorry, another text there. I gotta troubleshoot a high speed after this, I guess. Okay, Walking Dead, Lyman Sheets, RIP, rest in peace. One of the best programmers, if not the best, of all pinball history. This is Lyman Sheets' game. And you know what, like, I played the game a lot, but I haven't played the living daylights out of it. So I still don't think I've ever been to any of the wizard modes. Like, is that dumb? Like, that's where all the extra lime and awesomeness comes into play. I heard Ed Robertson say on a recent podcast with Loser Kids that, was it Horde? That might be one of the greatest pinball moments. So I don't even know if I've ever been there. I'm ashamed to say it. Siege, I don't think I've been there. I think I've been to the one where you complete all of the modes once, but nowhere near Last Man Standing, collecting whatever it is, 250 walkers, 250,000 for all it could be. Anyway, moving on, we got Whirlwind. Now this was quite the POS and turned out to be pretty darn nice. This one, I literally think I rebuilt every single mech, drop targets, pop bumpers, 6 of them, flippers, 3 of them, the spinners, the slingshots, every solenoid, trough kicker, up kicker, out kicker, in kicker, 2 drop target assemblies, and really cool game. It's been on my want list for a long time. Oh, this used to be where Harley Davidson was, Sega / Stern one. But yeah, I did some painting on the head and stuff. Really cleaned up nice. I'm very happy with how Whirlwind turned out. And this is very new in the collection, Ghostbusters. It's my first time I ever installed art blades, and the first time I ever installed different colored rubbers throughout an entire machine. I've done maybe translucent slingshots before, and then I added the cool different colored balls, the pink captive ball there and the 3 green. But yeah, I love how the art blades turned out, and I'm probably gonna have to be installing more. That's your fault, Kevin. He installs art blades and now it's contagious to me. So yeah, literally played our first games on this since I shopped it up a couple days ago on the weekend, and it's currently in Are You a God mode because we wanted to see what that was all about, and it was pretty fun. You start off on the wizard mode and you get unlimited balls for 20 or however long. Try and collect your 100 ghosts. But Johnny Mnemonic, that hasn't moved. Neither has Night Moves. But yeah, Johnny, there's just such a great game. I may or may not be underrated, but there's so much to this game. It's just, I mean, yeah, there's a spinner strategy that you can blow up the game with, but there's so much more than that, especially if you're just playing casually and not trying to, destroy a tournament. But yeah, this is the only one left in my collection because it's been here so long that I haven't personally shopped up. Oh, and Night Moves. Again, these two have both been here so long. They were shopped up prior to me buying them. So I think everything else I've torn apart and put back together. I'm just double checking here. Yep, even Transformers. Not a full teardown, but yeah, so these are the longest standing machines in the collection. Partially because Night Moves fits in there friggin' perfectly. And it's probably one of the best cocktail pins out there. Scott Leap System 80 multi-ball. And this is another Kevin Graisley special here. It's a custom lamp made out of a Bally Fireball Home Edition. And what was not in the last video was my extra toppings. I've got my shroud for my whitewater, which has been painted, and my old busted up whitewater mountains. So this concoction just keeps growing every time I do a video, apparently. Prospector populated playfield. Didn't make a lot of those, but I somehow ended up with a parts one. Oh, and this was Kevin's old Strange Science. He built a new cabinet from scratch because it was a piece of poop. So there's been all kinds of new additions to my ceiling rafter. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a long story behind that. There's a video I haven't released yet. You'll have to stay tuned for that one, though. But there's a lot of new, promo plastics. I think that was from Matt McGoffin. Thank you, shout out. All kinds of new fun stuff here. What is the newest? Ah, here. This is the newest probably on this side. Bugs Bunny promo plastic. I got my Frankenstein, my Simpsons. Kind of keep try to keep a little part from every machine I've had. Just kind of for fun. Hey, I've got some new outlets since the last time too. Pinball bouncing back in London. That was 2014. So that's a few years back. What did I have in that photo? Hollywood Heat, Doctor Who, and Judge Dredd. Huh, that's hilarious. Who plays a mean pinball? This guy, Mike Dimas. Some of his favorite machines. I should actually read that article, it's been a while. Anyway, oh yeah, all these guys. You probably, not much of this is new. There's a couple. Bad Cats or Congo? I always forget. Bad Cats, I think. Is that, do you think that's Sega Batman Forever? Anyway, lots of fun stuff in the rafters. Shadow mini playfield. Star Trek Next Generation ship. Did I show this rafter yet? I don't think I did. But yeah, it's always fun. If we have boys over playing pinball, I'll be like, see if you can find the CSI promo plastic, and kind of play like I Spy with my promo plastic eye, I guess. Anyway, enough video of ceilings. This is one of the latest projects that I just completed, whitewater. And this is the most probably challenging project I might have ever done, just in terms of the complexity and layers of ramps, which there are, I think it's 7 plastic ramps and 2 wire forms, and they all are with the mini playfield, and they're all like need to go in a very specific order. But color DMD, art blades, raft mods, skull mountain mod, apron cards, the works, full rip flipper rebuilds, and all kinds of good stuff. So I'm really happy with this whitewater. I did a little bit of paint and it turned out beautifully. Yeah, the only problem with my ceiling though is toppers. They don't be fitting. It's original whitewater topper, original Fishtails topper. And Nick Greenan, I know you want this dome, but I'm not sure yet. Kept to hang tight. Tag team's still there, but it's kind of just obviously a topper holder right now. And the latest project, that will be the next series that I do. I'm gonna probably bust that out tonight because my buddy Russell, well, especially, shout out to Russell, he messaged me and let me know that he's going to be sending out some circuit boards to our board guy, Brent Butler. Also, shout out. And he asked if I wanted to tag along on the shipment, which was awesome. So we'll be checking out these boards later tonight and seeing if I need to send any off and tag team on the shipping order to Brent. But yeah, so that's basically the grand updated tour. It'll be interesting to see in, say, another year or 10 months or 6 months or whatever. I'll do another update and we'll see what has come and what has gone and what stayed, because I'm getting to the point where there's not much here that I really want to get rid of, but there's more stuff in the queue, and if it needs to come in, something has to go. But that's the tour update. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.